Okay, hi guys, it's Miss Hopkins here, and this lesson is going to be about quantitative summaries, where we're going to be looking at several different data sets and coming up with summaries of those using our 5-number summary. So, the first example we're going to take is an example where we are given the cost of 9 compact refrigerators that were rated very good by Consumer Reports and the cost of those. So we have the 9 costs listed there. And what we want to find are the 5 statistics for this set of data. We want to find the mean, the median, the quartiles, the range, and the interquartile range. So let's see. Okay, let's see if we can get to where I need to go. So the first thing that we're going to find is the mean, and that is not what I wanted to do. Let's try that again. Here we go. All right, so the first thing we're going to find is the mean. So just as a review, the symbol that we use for mean is the X bar. And we find the mean by adding up all of our X values and dividing by how many numbers there are. So in our case, if we added up all of the numbers in our data set and we divided by 9, we would get 1,300, and when we divide that by 9, we get $144.44. So that is the mean for our data set. Okay, the second thing that we want to find are the median values and the quartiles. All right, so what we need to do to find the median is we need to put our numbers in order from lowest to smallest. From smallest to largest. And we want to find the one that is in the middle. So since we have 9 numbers, the median is going to be the 5th number. So if we take a look at that one, see if we can change colors here. How about orange? All right. So for this data set, the number that's in the middle is 150, so that is the median for our data set. To find the quartiles, what you want to do is you want to find the first quartile by looking at the first half of the data set and finding the number that's in the middle. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at these two numbers right here, and halfway between 120 and 130 would be 125, so we would say that, first of all, our median is 150, and we would say quartile 1 is 125. All right, so now to find quartile 2, we're going to take the second half of the data, and the two numbers that are in the middle are 150 and 160, so our second quartile value would be 155. Now, let me say this about this data set. There are some books, and I believe that our calculators are programmed to take the median and use that in the first half of the data set and in the second half of the data set. So if we were to use the 150 in the first part of the data set, that would give us the first quartile of 130. If we used the median with the second half of the data, that would give us a quartile 3 of 150. So there's kind of like 2 different ways to do that. But for our purposes, we're just going to leave it with quartile 1 is 125, quartile 2 is 155. All right, the next part of the problem is asking us to find the range. All right, range is the difference between the highest and the lowest value in your data set. So for this particular data set, the highest value is 180. The lowest value is 120. And so we would get the range for this data set to be 60. Kind of gives you how far apart your data values are. All right, your interquartile range kind of gives you where, the 50% of your data fall. Okay, so for this problem, in our interquartile range, I need to go back and look real quick. All right, we found that quartile 3 was 155. Okay, we found quartile 1 to be 125. So our interquartile range is going to be 30. Okay. All right. The next problem that we're going to look at is a problem in which we're given the total number of points scored by both teams in each of the first 45 Super Bowls. And we're going to do a 5 number summary on this set of data as well. And this time, instead of doing it by hand, we're going to take a little shortcut, and we're going to do this by using a calculator. So I'm going to pull my calculator up, okay, and get out of here for a minute. All right, so what we want to do our 5 number summary on the calculator is we want to go to the Stat menu, and we want to go to Edit. And then in L1, because we have just one set of data, we're going to put our data values so that you can see there I've gone through and I've put in all of the 45 numbers. And I would encourage you to kind of do this on your own. So if you want to stop the video and get your calculator out and put the numbers in, that might be a good idea. Just give you some practice with doing it. So when we put all of our numbers in, okay, and you want to make sure you get down to the bottom, and we know there should be 45 numbers, so you just want to make sure that at the very bottom of that list, you know, there's nothing in 46 and there's definitely something in the 45 slot. So once you get your numbers put in there, now we want to run a test on it. We want to go over here and calculate. Okay, we've got one variable statistics, so at that point you're going to hit enter. All right. It says list, and it's the cursor is blinking on L1. That's where we want it to be because we've stored our data values in L1. You want to go down to calculate and hit enter. And then it gives you everything you need. Okay, it gives you all the things that we're looking for in our problem. It gives you your median, your quartile ranges, and lots of information that, you know, we're going to use later on as well. So once you get that information, let's close this out. Okay, this problem we're looking for the median and the quartiles and then writing a description on the 5 number summary. So what we can do is, let's see. Wait a minute, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's go here. Okay, so for the question number 2, the A part was asking for the median. So right off the calculator, we got the median to be 46. Right off the calculator for the B part, we can get our quartiles. It said quartile 1 was 37. Quartile 3 was 55.5, which I'm just going to round to 56. And the C question is asking for you to write a description based on your 5 number summary. So what we can say with the information that we've been given is that teams typically score around 46 points. 46 is your median. We can say that half of the point totals are between 37 and 56 because that is your interquartile range. And then we can also say that about 1/4 of the scores will be below 37 and 1/4 of the scores will be above. So that is it for our quantitative summary review. Thanks for watching, and hopefully my technology skills will improve as this course goes along. So thanks a lot, guys.